At the end of the last video, I mentioned that sending a transaction to a function costs some amount of money. When I talk about money right here, I'm not talking about US dollars or euros or anything like that. I'm saying that it costs some amount of ether to send a transaction to a function. So this opens the door to a system in Ethereum called gas. We're going to talk about gas in just a moment, but first we need to cover one very little side topic that's kind of a prerequisite to understand what's going on with gas. If we go back over to Remix and you find this value dropdown right here, or this value field right here on the Run tab, you'll notice at the far right hand side is a little dropdown that says Way. If you click on it, you can see options of Way, Gway, Finny, and Ether. These are all units of measurement of the same thing. So a Way is equal to Ether. It's a different unit of measurement. The easiest way to kind of convey this understanding to you is if you think about the conversion between a US dollar and a US penny. There are $1, or for every $1, we get 100 cents. So $1 is equal to 100 cents. In the exact same way that we can take $1 and convert it into 100 cents, we can take 1 ether and convert it into exactly this many Way. So yes, there's more than 100 Way in ether as there is like pennies in a dollar, but you get the idea. So whenever you see the term Way, we are talking about a small unit of ether, a very small unit of ether. There's no such thing as a fractional unit of Way. So we can't have like 0.01, like 0.01 Way. We always round to the nearest whole number. So the lowest number that we can have while still having Way would be 1 Way. And that would be equal to like, 0.000001 ether or something like that. So anytime you see Way right here, you'll see this term floating all over the place in a lot of Ethereum stuff. Essentially just think some amount of ether. Now to convert from ether to Way, or from ether over to Gway or Finny over here, which are also units of measurements of ether, we can use several tools online that are very easy to use and very free. So if you open up a new browser tab, you can search for Way converter. So WEI converter, and then basically any of these links right here you can check out, and it'll give you an easy time to convert between these different units of measurement. So this is a tool right here that I enjoy very much, and I use it all the time. So we can update any of these fields right here, and it will tell us the corresponding amount in these other units of measurement. Again, these are all in terms of ether. They're just different units of measurement in the same way that a dollar is the same thing as a cent. So if we wanted to know what 1 Way was in terms of ether, we could enter in 1 right here, and then we'll see 0.00 blah 1 ether. We go all the way up to, I don't know if that would be tether or tether. I don't know which one it would be, how you would pronounce that, but this is a very high unit of measurement. And if you have this many ether, wow, I want to be your friend because you are loaded. Matter of fact, if we put in, okay. So that's definitely more ether than actually exists out there, but I think you get the idea at this point. Now, notice how some of these smaller units of measurement have many different terms associated with them. So we saw Gway just a little bit. That is equivalent to a Shannon and a nano ether and a nano. And Finny is equal to milliliter and milli. So just be aware that sometimes you'll see this alternate definition. In practice, in just about all documentation you're ever going to see, you're probably only ever going to be working with ether and Way. So you don't really have to memorize the other ones on here. Just be aware that they exist. Okay, so now that we understand the difference between Way and ether, we're now going to talk about gas in the next video. So catch you in the next section.